Welcome to week 7 in English 102. This week is all about submitting your argument essay and then getting ready for spring break. Don't forget that next week we won't have class because of spring break. Hopefully you can take some time to enjoy yourself, and I'm going to preview sort of what we'll be doing in the second half of the semester in this video. First things first, set an intention. Last week, before you get a small vacation, what is your goal for this week? As you approach your work for this week, the major assignment is Essay 2. You're going to be revising and editing it and then submitting it for a grade. So the first thing you want to do is, as soon as my feedback's up, review it and take a look at the suggestions I'm making to you and make those changes. Also, if there's something that I'm writing that you're doing well, find other places in the essay to emphasize that sort of thing. Secondly, use the rubric as a checklist for revision and editing, just as you did for the first essay. You know what I'm grading you on, and so you can use the rubric in order to revise and edit more specifically to my grading criteria. Third thing, read out loud. This helps so much to pick up on errors and flow. Check for strong verbs and concision throughout your paper. When you're reading it out loud, if you hear a part that's wordy or you stumble on the words, you might need to go back and make it more concise. Second to last thing, make sure you double check all of your citations on your works cited page and in-text citations, that they're formatted correctly so that you don't lose points for that, but most importantly, so that you're not plagiarizing your essay. And lastly, polish that essay. Make sure that you don't have any typos or misspelled words or extra spaces, all of those little things that happen along the way. Check for them, maybe have someone else help you, or contact me and I can help you to polish your essay. So far this semester, I think we've accomplished a lot. We've written 2 essays. We've read, thought about, and wrote about happiness in new ways. I hope you got some new perspectives and you're feeling sort of inspired maybe to incorporate some stuff into your life. And also thinking about what you want to learn more about in the second half of the semester. We learned about MLA formatting, source incorporation, and we found ways to use stronger verbs in our writing as well as more concise sentences. So pat yourself on the back. You're doing a good job. We're learning a lot. This course has a lot of learning outcomes, but you're doing it. So give yourself a little bit of a high five and celebrate. Looking to the second half of the semester, when we come back from spring break, here's what we're going to be doing. The whole second half of the semester, we will be doing a research project which will end in a 6 to 8 page research paper. So we'll start when you come back with a research proposal. After that, we will learn how to find and evaluate sources with the help of our 102 librarian, Mike Kraszulski. Then we'll work on an annotated bibliography to compile some sources. From there, you'll form an outline and a draft, and then you'll spend 2 weeks just revising, and editing. And then during final exams week, the last week of the semester, you'll submit your final draft. There is no final exam for the class. Your last assignment, this essay, is your final. So these are the steps that we'll go through. The important thing that you need to think about is, what are you going to research? Because I'm allowing you to choose your topic within happiness to find some answers to some questions you might have. So over spring break, what I would like you to do is watch the documentary Happy. It is available on a lot of streaming websites as well as on Amazon and different places. So if you don't have these things, find somebody maybe has a Netflix account or Hulu, and you can watch the movie with them. It's actually a really great film, just under an hour, and I think people would enjoy watching it with you. So check that out. Pay attention to any potential research ideas or questions that may come up in the video. Because there's a lot in there, and some of it is review from what we've read so far, and some of it is brand new concepts. So as you're doing this, start making a list of topics and ideas and questions that you might want to research in the second half of the semester. All right, so the weeks ahead, this week and next week is spring break. So this week you're going to revise and submit Essay 2. reflect a little bit on the course in the discussion board. And then over spring break, I'd like you to watch Happy and make a list of potential research topics and questions so that when you come back, you're ready to write the proposal. So have a great week and have a wonderful spring break.